I'm not going to show you how to prepare for a career fair. I'm not going to show you how to craft the perfect elevator pitch. Instead, we're going to be talking about 3 secrets to stand out at a career fair, things that people simply aren't doing. Hi, my name is Joe Zeplin. I help highly motivated individuals achieve their goals and ambitions. Showing your uniqueness at a career fair in 30 seconds is near to impossible. I'm going to show you 3 tips I use to dramatically stand out. Plus, your career fair is most likely this week or maybe even tomorrow. So let's get started with step 1, anticipate and apply. Picture yourself at the career fair. There's a dozen or so companies, there's 100 students, and let's assume you've already talked to the recruiter, you're hitting it off, and you had a great conversation. What's the first thing they're going to tell you to go do? You're probably screaming it in your head. They're going to tell you to go apply online. If you knew this was the step that they were going to ask you, why not take that step ahead of time and anticipate and apply? Okay, so imagine 2 different types of students, right? One goes up, has a great conversation, hits it off, recruiter says go apply, they say great, they take the pamphlet and they leave. The second student goes up, has the conversation, hits it off, they say to go apply, and you go, actually, Mr. and Mrs. Recruiter, that's actually what I wanted to ask you about. I saw 4 different roles available online, and this is the one I applied for. Is that the right one based on our discussion? Whoa, okay, the recruiter has talked to 100 students. You're the first one to apply online, and now you're asking for their opinion. Now the recruiter's looped into your success, and you're noted as a strong candidate. This goes into step number 2, my favorite career fair hack, the Red Paperclip. This is a big one. You're not going to want to miss it. Again, I want you to take yourself out of the position of the student and imagine you're the recruiter, right? So you're standing there for hours and you're getting resume number 1. You're saying good resume. You get resume number 2, bad resume, good resume, good resume. You get the point, right? They start to add on and you get 2 different piles of good resumes and bad resumes. Even if you stand out using tip number 1, how are you going to differentiate yourself with this pile of all the good resumes? This is where you're going to loop in the Red Paperclip. Now, very simply put, all resumes at a career fair are supposed to be 1-pagers, right? 1-pagers, nothing on the backside, 1 page. But you went ahead and you applied for a job. And for this one, I have an example, Costco. So you applied for a job at Costco. You're the only one that has 2 papers. And this is just a simple printout that says, I applied for this position. What are you thinking about from step number 1? What I want you to do is take those 2 pieces of paper, take a bright red paperclip, put it on there, and look how yours is differentiated. Now imagine that the rest of the day goes by and they have the good pile. They have all these good resumes to look through. And you know what? They say, that one individual, they came up, they already applied. They already applied for the role. And look what happens right there. That is your differentiator. They can go through and say, actually, it's the person who provided 2 sheets because they already applied for the job. That's step number 2 on how to stand out at a career fair. Tip number 3 for standing out at the career fair is the 3-up process. Dress up, show up, and follow up. Stay with me here. This is really important. Number 1, dress up. Now, dress up's pretty simple, right? You have dress shoes, dress pants. Make sure your belt matches your shoes. Next, you're going to have a dress shirt. Make sure it's tucked in. It looks good. It's ironed. Probably has a collar. And then lastly, have a watch. The watch shows your time conscientious, and my watch will match my belt and the shoes. Our second up is show up, right? You want to show up early. Not only are these recruiters going to be talking to hundreds of students all day long, it's going to be exhausting when they get to the end of it, but if you show up early, you can actually do warm-up sets with companies that you're not really interested in. Let's say you have 3 main companies that you want to talk to. Don't go talk to them right away. Go talk to a couple other companies, work your sweats out, get comfortable, don't be nervous, and then when you're hot, go to the company you really care about. This helps get your nerves under control. Next, follow-up. Now make sure you listen closely. This is not going to be your traditional follow-up, so make sure you stay with me here. So the traditional process is you talk with a recruiter, you hit it off, and you get their business card, which has their email on it, and that's the email you're going to want to contact in the next 24 hours. But here's where we're going to be different in a very simple and powerful way. 1, you want to mention in that email something specific that you spoke about, something that you spoke about in your conversation. 2, you want to add your resume as an attachment. You traditionally do this as a PDF. Most importantly, number 3, at the bottom when you're signing your signature and you say, I'm looking forward to next steps, thank you, and your name, put a very, very, very small photo of your professional headshot. And that's going to make them remember, oh my gosh, this is the individual who stood out, applied ahead. I got the resume right here to forward to my boss or whoever's going to be the hiring manager. The next step is you must build your self-confidence in order to represent yourself well. I have a video right here that you should watch right now on 3 tips to do exactly just that. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. My name is Joe Zeplin. Thanks for watching and good luck in your career fair.